Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Cassie.
I'm Phoebe. And I'm Carmen.
As you can tell, we're in all very different uniforms. We get a lot of questions about what we do for work, and today in this video we'll be answering those questions for you guys. So if you're interested, then keep on watching.
So the first question is, what industry are you in? So I work in the health industry.
I work in the mining industry.
And I'm in public sector.
Next question is, what is our job title? So I am a radiographer.
I'm a metallurgist / process engineer.
And I'm a legislation officer.
So question number 3 is, what did you study to get into what you're doing?
Mine's actually a bit of a tough one because I work in public sector. You really could be studying anything to get into public sector. But for me, because I am a legislation officer, I'm in the legislative area. So I did study a Bachelor of Laws, which helped me get this job, I guess you can say.
So because I'm in the mining industry, I actually work in the processing department. I studied engineering in university, but to become a metallurgist, you either need to study process engineering, chemical engineering, or there's also degrees in metallurgy.
For me, you just need to get a bachelor's of medical imaging. It also does have a master's, but that's only in the eastern states, not in WA. So here you can only do like a 4-year bachelor to get into what I'm doing. Question number 4 is, how long have you been working in your job? So for me, I think this is my 3rd year as a radiographer.
This is my 3rd year as well as an engineer.
I think I've been in my job for about 4 years now.
Question number 5, what is a brief description of what you do?
This is a hard one. We do a lot of different things, but in general, we process a lot of statutory applications that the department administers for privacy issues. I won't mention what, but we do all sorts of stuff. If that answers your question. Applications, we review them and we speak to a lot of stakeholders depending on their queries and things that we get through via email or phone conversations, but that's just a very brief overview.
So because I work in a processing plant as a metallurgist or process engineer, my role is to ensure that the plant is running as optimally as possible. So I guess day-to-day plant production is our biggest priority. We also do like metallurgical accounting, we do lots of projects and optimization work, but pretty much we literally just run the plant.
So for me, I work in a major tertiary hospital in WA. I work kind of all over the place in the hospital, so I don't really know if people know what radiographers do, but we kind of work quite closely with the emergency department. We still do our outpatient clinics, so we deal with all kinds of patients. It's hard to explain. We literally go all over the place. So we work with theatres as well. We have our general department. We do lots of like fluoroscopy work with other doctors as well. So the role is kind of diverse, just depending on what you work in. Currently I do CT though, so that's the main thing I'm doing at the moment. Question number 6 is, what do you wear to work?
So mine is this.
Hers is the most eye-grabbing. There's a lot of orange going on. It's great though. That's the purpose of it anyway.
So I actually work in an office, but obviously because I work on a mine site and we do go out to the processing plant, we actually have to wear full PPE. So I've got high-vis top, high-vis pants, safety boots, and when we go out to the plant, we have to wear helmet, safety glasses, and gloves.
She's a cutie.
So I wear a different kind of PPE sometimes, especially during this COVID time. So we still get our blue gowns and things, like gloves, glasses, like masks and everything when we do deal with patients that are like query COVID or have COVID. This is my daily uniform that I would wear if I'm not working in theatres. If I do work in theatres, I would change into scrubs provided by the hospital.
I'm fairly simple on this one. It's fairly relaxed. I just have general office wear, but obviously on Fridays we get our usual casual wear, so we can wear something like jeans and a basic top, but yeah, generally just a blazer and a shirt and we'll do.
Question number 7, what are your work hours?
I am pretty lucky because I work in public sector. Hours are pretty flexible, but our rostered hours are 7.5, so you can choose to go in a little bit earlier, leave a little bit earlier, or come in a bit later but just stay back, or you accrue hours as well if you do additional. So
I work on a 7 days off, 7 days on roster. So I technically only work half a year, but because I work for 7 days straight, we do 12-hour days. Our work hours are 6 to 6, so 12-hour days, which is pretty long.
For me, I am a shift worker because I work at a hospital. My shifts are only like 8-hour shifts, but I will do 10 shifts a fortnight and they can vary between day shifts, night shifts, like afternoon starts. So it's all random. We kind of do have a rotating roster, so you can kind of predict to an extent like what your roster will be, but it's still really hard to judge. It's kind of all over the place, and we do overtime shifts when required. Number 8, how do you commute to work?
So I actually fly to work because I'm on a 7 days on, 7 days off roster. I fly on a plane 1 hour from WA, and then once I'm on site, we just take a bus to work every morning.
So for me, I drive to work. I'm very fortunate to live about like 10-ish minutes away from my job, which is awesome, and we do get parking provided, so it's nice and close for me.
I take the train to work. I'm also quite lucky, so my beautiful mother drops me off to the train station every morning, and then I'll catch the train, which is about 15 minutes into the city, and that's how I go to and from work every day.
Number 9, what do you love most about your job?
For me, I think it's a bit of a mixture of everything really, but my job is quite heavily reliant on reviewing applications, and you do get to speak to people a lot, and it is kind of satisfying in a sense that once the applications get approved, you feel like you've really helped them. And just being able to be so hands-on and helping them and guiding them through certain procedures, it's really quite rewarding to me. And also I do a little bit of legislation interpreting, I guess you can say, and it's fun. It's what I studied, so it's what I enjoy doing.
I guess for me, I like being part of a process where I can physically see the impacts of the decisions that I make. So basically, if I make a change on the DCS, I can go out to the plant and see how my changes change to that specific cell. So like the fact that we're turning like a natural resource, like a rock, into a valuable commodity. I work in the nickel industry, so we produce nickel, which is used for like stainless steel, electric cars, and it's just pretty cool seeing just that whole process.
So for me, what I find rewarding is just being able to work with patients and just being part of that process, getting the diagnosis, like all the different technologies involved with my job. It's pretty cool now what we can do, how quick it all is. The fact that I get to work in a big multidisciplinary health team and just, feel like I'm part of like the process, like patient care, and just not really having the stress to bring home, because like I do the imaging, but I don't really have to take any work home, and it's just, not too stressful.
Actually, something else that I like about my job is that everything's paid for. So basically, when I go to work, they supply accommodation, they supply food, they clean my room. Literally, when I'm there for a week, I don't spend a single cent. So they really take care of us.
Last question. What is one tip you would give anyone considering a job in this industry? So for us, we're really lucky. We get a lot of prac during our course. We almost do, I think, a year of it collectively is prac. So you get put to different hospitals and clinics, and it's a really good opportunity. It's kind of like a constant job interview. You're always going on prac, and those are the kind of places you'll be working in the future. So just do really well there, work hard, make a good impression.
And for me is to, I know this sounds really hard, is to just get as much experience as you can, whether it be unpaid work or paid work. As long as you have something on your resume, I think that in public sector it really helps, because people look at your resume and think, oh, she's got so-and-so experience. And I think also apply for graduate programs. That's probably one of the best ways to get your foot in the door. So that's probably one of my biggest tips.
I guess for me, because I work in the mining industry, it is very, very male dominated, and when I first started, I was the only female in my whole team, and I had a lot of doubts when I first started, and so did a lot of people around me. I love my luxury bags. I was like, how are you going to survive on a mine site? But I guess my advice would be, don't follow the crowd. Find something that you enjoy and that you're passionate about, and then just go for it and make your own path. Yeah. Also, for the mining industry, everyone knows that you get paid really, really well, but I do not recommend going there just for the money. It is not for everyone. We work long hours, and you're away from your friends and family. That's why you need to be passionate about your job, or you're not going to enjoy it. So this concludes our video. We hope that answered your questions about our jobs, and if you have any other questions related to our jobs or anything else, then just let us know down below and we'll answer them for you. We hope you've been enjoying these type of videos. They're different to our luxury videos, but we hope this helps you guys get to know us on a more personal level. So this concludes our video, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye!
Phoebe, read it this time.
I can't read it, my voice is like dying.
Oh, now one time she's too full and now she's dying.
I told you my voice is great.